He reached for the bedside, where there was a hidden compartment containing a teleportation scroll. This scroll was no ordinary item. Its destination was a place that could be considered a forbidden area by the Jin family. It was not that this place was particularly dangerous, but rather that the Jin family's main branch knew that in Extremistis country, there existed an immensely powerful force that did not want its existence known to outsiders, let alone be disturbed. This scroll was meant to transport someone to where this force resided. Jin Zion did not actually know much about this force. He just knew that the Jin family's control over Extremistis country was entirely due to this force's backing. In exchange, the Jin family would offer countless resources to this force each year. Moreover, the Jin family ancestors had left orders to never betray this force. Whatever their demands, the Jin family would fulfill them even at the cost of their entire family's lives. After all, this force not only granted the Jin family favors and supported their control over Extremistis country, but they were also an existence that the Jin family could never afford to offend. This scroll originated from them. The entire Jin family only had 3 copies in total. Jin Zexi and Jin Zion each had one, and the last one had been hidden away by Jin Zexi to somewhere unknown. Using this scroll would transport him to where this force was hidden. However, it would also prove that the Jin family had lost their ability to control Extremistis country. Though this force would protect the Jin family out of old ties, from then on Extremistis country's rulers would no longer bear the Jin surname. Nevertheless, to save his life, Jin Zion had no choice but to use it. He picked up the scroll without any hesitation, about to crush it. Unfortunately, his every move was being watched by Lu Fan. "Sure you want to escape? Not a chance! Dragon Domain!" At Lu Fan's command, the surrounding environment suddenly changed. Everyone present was pulled into Dragon Domain. Just as Jin Zion crushed the scroll, before the transport array could even form, it vanished. What? Jin Zion's eyes widened as he watched his final escape route disappear, his heart crumbling in despair. By now, the hundreds of Imperial guards had been slain by Lu Fan, their bodies lay sprawled on the floor. Right now, in the whole Dragon Domain, only Lu Fan and Jin Zion remained. Jin Zion was drenched in cold sweat. There was now only a barrier from Jin Qingxing's defense skill between him and Lu Fan. Originally, the defense array protecting Jin Zion could have held Lu Fan back for a while. However, after being pulled into Dragon Domain, that array remained in the real world and naturally could not protect Jin Zion when he was inside Dragon Domain. Lu Fan looked at Jin Qingxing's defense skill, then unleashed Dragon Fang's strike against it. With a thunderous boom, the defense skill was instantly shattered, and the force sent Jin Zion flying. Though Jin Zion rarely participated in combat, he was nevertheless a third-profession player. If he wanted to, he could certainly draw his weapon and resist. However, right now, Jin Zion had lost all will to fight. How could he have any thought of resisting? Seeing the last protective barrier before him vanish, Jin Zion completely broke down. Instead of getting up from the ground, he knelt and begged for mercy. "Please, don't kill me! I can give you anything you want, just don't kill me." What a coincidence. Lu Fan walked slowly forward, coming before Jin Zion with a smile. "Killing you is the only thing I want." No. Jin Zion looked up, forcing a smile. "We can talk this out. You've already killed my older brother, right? In all of Extremistis country, I have the most power now. Killing me won't benefit you at all. However, if you want something, I can use my authority to directly grant it to you. Whatever equipment, pets, areas, or dungeon instances Extremistis country has, I can give them all to you. I can make you as wealthy as a nation. But if you kill me, you'll get nothing." "No, you are wrong about that." Lu Fan shook his head. "Killing you will bring me unparalleled joy." This single statement left Jin Zion speechless. Lu Fan's attitude was clear. He was determined to kill him. How could they possibly negotiate now? Jin Zion truly began to cry. Lu Fan saw Jin Zion's hopeless expression and coldly laughed. He had Xiao Kui remove Dragon Domain, bringing himself and Jin Zion back to the real world. Now, Jin Zion could see a massive bone dragon rampaging through the Jin family palace, reducing the entire palace to ruins. Looking further out, overseeing Heaven City was also under attack from the 9 Hellmans and 5 National Guardians, with sounds of chaos, explosions, and battle everywhere. although strong players kept returning through transport arrays to protect overseeing Heaven City. They were no match for the 9 Hell Demons and the 5 National Guardians. In short, the entire overseeing Heaven City had fallen into complete chaos. Jin Zion looked at everything in the distance, knowing all this chaos was caused by the young man before him. He deeply regretted not stopping his older brother when he spoke of revenge. Perhaps then, the Jin family and extremistist country would not have met such a fate. While Jin Zion was lost in thought, a corpse crashed down before him with a thud. Jin Zion took one look and immediately froze, because this corpse belonged to Jin Qingsing. Jin Qingsing had died horribly, his body broken and riddled with palm-sized white bone shards. He must have been directly hit by the Bone Dragon's dragon breath. In just a few minutes, the strongest player in the Jin family palace was dead. But that was not all. In the empty space beside the corpse, a transport array opened, from which countless tentacles emerged. In these tentacles were 2 more corpses, the old palace stewards who had fought earlier. Though these 2 were 4th profession players, they were still much weaker than Jin Zixi. Lasting this long before being killed was already quite remarkable. With this, all 3 4th profession players of the Jin family palace were dead. Seeing those 3 dead, Jin Zion was in complete despair. He collapsed to the ground with lifeless eyes. "You've given up." Lu Fan smiled seeing this, then his expression suddenly turned cold. "This is what happens when you cross me!" In the national trial, life and death are determined by heaven. You used every underhanded trick, but still ended up losing. Yet, instead of accepting your loss, you wanted to double down. You still wanted revenge. You and your brother had set everything up in an effort to try and assassinate me. You've even caused the deaths of nearly 50 people, who were uninvolved with the grudges between us. What I told Jin Zixi before, I'll tell you again. Cross me, and I'll make you pay back 10,000-fold. Jin Zion's heart was filled with bitterness. Lu Fan's revenge was far more than just 10,000-fold. Now, it's time to send you on your way. Lu Fan raised his sword, its blade wreathed in dragon ki, and the effect from Xiao Ku's Jade Blessing skill. With Xiao Ku's dragon ki enhancement plus Lu Fan's attributes, killing Jin Zion with one sword strike would not be a problem. Seeing Lu Fan about to kill him, Jin Zion knew his death was inevitable. The fear of death made him reckless, and he glared at Lu Fan, cursing, "You've caused such chaos in extremistist country. Do you really think you'll have a good ending? My country's foundation is far more terrifying than you can imagine. You've killed so many from the Jin family. Someone will avenge us. How annoying!" Lu Fan sneered, swinging his sword. With that one swing, Jin Zion's head fell, and silence returned. Lu Fan soon flicked the blood from his blade before sheathing it. Now that he had killed everyone he wanted to kill, his revenge against extremistist country had come to an end. He had basically achieved his goal. Next, Lu Fan planned to continue wandering through extremistist country,